Pietro, why don't we tell us who's all here?
How did you want me to do that?
You know, when I speak of Pietro, that's the first thing I think of is someone that is wise beyond their years, his dedication to the game, just that mind. I think he has a brilliant mind. I think he has a brilliant mind beyond horse racing.
He's a person that has really set his goals and thrives to be the best. That's just the quality of a person he is. And a lot of that, I think, is just because he comes from a great family, a great mother and father. Obviously, he has the pedigree to be a jockey in the sense both of them were riders.
You know, his dad is unbelievable. He got so many kids, right? They're the big family, and they raise very good. All of them very polite, and he's not an exception. You know, he's a really good kid, and he want to learn.
It's different. I mean, it's definitely better than having no siblings. It's got its good and bad days, but definitely lucky and grateful to have.
Here's my dad.
It's my dad, David, Marta, my sister, Maria, David Jr., Sarah, Mateo, my mom, you know, Evan, Angela, Will.
When I talk about Pietro's family, it's very cliche. It really is one of those situations where you will never hear a bad word about that family. His father, David, his mom, they are wonderful people who have done a wonderful job raising their children to be very, very kind people.
My mom is special. She's taken care of me until now, and she always does everything to help me, whether it's cooking, driving, massage. She's always the first to help out.
I was born in Genoa, in Italy, and none of my family was ever involved with horses, but just fell in love once with a horse. When I finished high school, I always had the desire to go and work and exercise horses. A friend of mine, actually, Marco Bozzi, is a very successful livestock agent. He found a job for me in Ireland in Mike Alford stable. I had a lot of fun, it was good. So the first time I went for 6 months, and then I went back home. And then the second time in 2000, I was there and I met David. I flew to Ireland, actually, I didn't have one word of English, and that's how passionate it's always been.
I started racing in Ireland. My dad owned it and bred it, a nice racehorse over there called Davis Lad. We were big into fox hunting and stuff like that, so I kind of learned to ride doing that. Shortly after that, when I was 17, I met my wife Maria. I served my apprenticeship over there with Jim Bulger. I was 10 years with him, and I got an opportunity to come here. Pietro and William were very young still, so kind of thought before they got a little older to move them out of school that we'd come for a year, give it a try, and we've never gone back.
He's helped me so much since I was a kid, not only about riding or being a jockey, but as a person, trying to be a respectful and hardworking human being, you know, just to work hard, do your best, and obviously the little tricks in riding as well.
As a father and son, as we said earlier, to get a shot to ride in a race together, but to be competing every day was fun, you know, but then, you know, he starts kicking my butt, so it was tough.
Rumbling Beast, and Pietro Moran first, David Moran second. Where is this, sir?
I think that's a big part of it. When you grow up into a racing family, you just, you know, your time is spent so much at the racetrack with your parents, and you just kind of, you see the hard work and dedication that they put into it, and, you know, they instill that into you.
So a little story about Pietro was when David first came to Canada, Pietro's father, my father was David's agent.
That is very, I think, unique to horse racing than a lot of other sports, is this element of family. There's so many generations of people who have been involved in the sport.
So for me, I'm fourth generation. My great-great-grandfather was a trainer. My grandfather was a trainer, my father was a jockey, and my uncle was the pony boy. So I have another uncle that still trains now. So I've been in racing my whole entire life. It's very important, and we're a very close community, and we care about each other a lot. And you know, we all respect each other and respect what our positions are. You know, everybody is respected equally because everybody is important to make racing go at Woodbine.
Fashionably Fab has run to the front. Solo Album on the inside. Metaphysical's 3 lengths away. And Fashionably Fab in the lead. Solo Album kicking on the inside. And down in the stretch, 16th to go. Fashionably Fab and neck in front. Solo Album coming back. But a beautiful winning ride. Fashionably Fab has won the Bell Mahone for Pietro Moran. Solo Album second. Back in
The first stake win on Fashionably Fab, that was a pretty special moment for me. You know, so early, and to do it with the connections and Kevin and my whole family there, was a pretty special moment, special day. So far, the biggest moment of my career.
Pietro had a great start to 2024. He won his first stakes race and even rode in his first King's Plate. He was on his way to becoming one of our top riders here, but an unfortunate accident at another track sidelined him for the rest of the year.
I fractured my vertebrae in my back. That required surgery. I had a few other minor injuries, laceration on my arm and fractured rib and whatnot, but the main brunt of it was the vertebrae in my back, and right now that's the only thing that's taken time to heal.
Like most jockeys, Pietro isn't someone who can sit still while on the road to recovery. He's been studying for his kinesiology degree and has even taken up baking, something he enjoys doing with his mom. I hear he makes a mean tiramisu.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, how are you doing?
Good. I'm Crystal.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. We're gonna make some cookies. I hear that you were a baker, that you like to do this.
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit?
I help my mom out. Well, my mom's she's a really good cook, a really good baker. I like to help her, and especially when she makes stuff for whoever as a gift, and especially people I know, I like to help out, and it's fun once you know what you're doing. Guys, I made some cookies.
You made? You made these?
Yeah.
Oh, and they're warm.
Just made them.
Yes.
It was so awesome when he run with Fashionably Fab.
Oh yeah.
And he had your cap on. I was like, oh my gosh.
Everybody was crying.
Yeah, it was great.
I was in the hospital, that's for sure. That was just as fun watching that race than riding it. So
yeah.
I was happy for my dad.
Gates play back to a magnificent start.
One of the best moments from 2024 for me was the Ontario Matron Stakes a few weeks after Pietro's accident. David Moran got the mount on Fashionably Fab, and the result was right out of a Disney movie.
Field, Fashionably Fab, riding for dear life, David Moran, the Ontario Matron, and how sentimental and important this win. Fashionably Fab is first, second Elysian Field, third Blueberry Fields.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Like, I just come from the hospital with Pietro. I'm in the changing room, just getting changed. It was probably an hour before racing. I had no idea I was riding the horse. I wasn't named on her. Next thing, Kevin texts me or that I'm picking her up. I said, oh, great. So then I said, okay, now I have to win. Because it was such an emotional week, you see your son lying in bed, and you have to come back to work and forget about that and get out there and do your job. When I went by that wire, it was on, like, I never had a feeling like it. It just meant so much. I put on his cap just so that there was a piece of him out there with me. The whole of Woodbine got behind that. It was, I haven't seen a feeling like that in forever. Like, the tears that were from everybody and the emotional support was, I never saw anything like it, to be honest.
Pietro and the Morans are an integral part of the Woodbine family, and their genuine connections are easy to see. Horse racing is really a family sport, and it really takes everyone involved to make it work.
I mean, I'm lucky to have, from the valets to the clerks. I mean, it's It's very important what makes this business go and the industry work and how the races are run. So, I mean, their support and their help every day is indescribable. I was born into the sport pretty much, and I always wanted to be a jockey from the earliest age. I see my parents all the time, and especially my dad, racing, and that's how it came to be.
To be able to go to work with your children and spend time with them every day is, I mean, you can't beat that, you know. And then, you know, just to see them doing well and getting along with everybody.
Just a great kid. He's worked for me now for a few years and always has had the right attitude. A person that has really, you know, set his goals and thrives to be the best. Very astute at what he does. He studies the game. He hones in on his craft.
We're a big family. I mean, we all look up to each other and look at each other. I mean, it's hard sometimes, you know, trying to be good and good image for my younger siblings, but you know, for me anyway, I try to show them, you know, to work hard, to do everything to your best ability, and you know, not make excuses for anything.
The sky's the limit for Pietro, and I sense big things happening for him in 2025.
For me, this injury has kind of motivated me to help me get back even better and stronger and work harder than everyone else and work hard for myself. I mean, because this is all I want to do, and this is how I can be the best I can be.